So my question has to do with the 2030 land use plan. And I'm curious as to how it's incorporated. I usually actually have it on my phone. I'm kind of geeky that way. I used to live on my phone until I had to update the phone. But I'm curious as to how all of you and staff, how it's incorporated in decisions. I know that developers have to come and seek changes in the land use plan. But I want to know how it's incorporated in decisions made in each board, staff, and council decisions relating to growth and development. Because it's a little hard to hear, well, 8 years ago we could have been thinking about this, or if you were here 3 years ago, some of us have been here for 25 years. Where are these decisions going now? How are we supporting people who are here now? What is the bigger vision for the town?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. I see you holding the microphone and you're doing something.
Oh, you're giving it up. I guess my response is we use that very closely. To me, it's the kind of gold standard as far as whether we approve or disapprove development. If somebody want to change that plan, first of all, let me say this: that plan is not our plan; it's your plan. We had a lot of citizen input into that plan. So I pride myself on saying that this is really a community plan. So with that said, I don't change it lightly. It's got to be some kind of compelling reason for me to change that plan and do something that is not really part of the original intent of the community. So it's very good. I think what you're asking though is why are we building parks according to that plan? It's really two separate plans. There's a separate plan for Parks and Rec. There's a master plan associated with that where we kind of envision where we see parks coming years down the road, and we try to follow that as well. And again, what it comes down to is we can only buy so much land at a time. Land's very expensive, as you know. And we buy land, we sit on it for years. That's a good question. We try, I think we do a very good job, and we try very hard to try to anticipate our needs, whether it be Parks and Rec, whether it be transportation, whether it be development. We have a number of master plans around town that kind of set our vision out, so everybody can see it, developers can see it, and see where we're going. And it's a matter of sticking to those plans. Is it perfect? No, it's a plan, but things change, times change, and we evolve with the plan. But in general, it's something to stick to.
I'll just clarify, as I just answer the question, I'll just clarify, Parks and Rec is a portion, obviously, that's not my only concern, it is transportation, it is residential, it is, but it's just a portion, so thank you.
We try to do the best we can with the money we have, and it's not a perfect science. Overall, I think Apex is in a darn good position in many other towns. So many people are envious of us, so it's not perfect, but I think we're still pretty good.
Right, so I'll jump in there and say that I think of it as a vision that folks had from that time period looking to the future. I think it's a living document that can be improved, and I think that's why we need to continue to have dialogue and have workshops like we did related to sort of the New Hill area. The way I look at the vision is if I have new information that I think that will impact the decision. If I think that, quite frankly, in an area that we're doing a whole lot, I don't want to, fly in the plane while we're building it. I just feel like in some instances we need to catch up. We're about aesthetics in this town, but if there's a lot going on at once, it's kind of like when you're improving your house all at the same time, you're trying to limit it too. So I would like this balance out a little bit so we can say, this is really finished. And people can walk without, worrying about getting hurt or construction and all that stuff. So for me, it's about, new information, the impact of what that is at that time, the timing. And if things have been changed, I really look at how that fits into the things that have been changed. So for me, it's let's sort of catch up so we're building things the way we should, and sort of the timing, and keep them informed with each other, and use them as a living document, a visual, but a living document.
Now that I understand the question a little bit more, I'll take a chance. But it is a living document, and we do change it. We've been changing it a little bit incrementally to try to make Apex a live-work place, and meaning that we're trying to bring in businesses nearby where people can live right near where they work and walk to work. When I came here, I came from Los Angeles. As I said, I was 13 miles away from where I work. I bought a house that was 1.7 miles away from where I work. And my quality of life, besides just living in Apex, was immensely different. So I hope that we can allow for that. And so it's an evolving document. People say, well, you know, it should be in cement, but I look back and the fathers of our country put together a constitution, and I think it was about 7 months later they made 10 changes that have been good for us for all time. So, was it 4 years later? I'm sorry. I should remember there's a history guy. I didn't hear. Well, it took them 4 years. They're a little slower than we are. We're a little faster on our kids. But anyhow, it's a living document, and we do change it for developers sometimes when we see something. There was one right out on Holt Road and Old Jinx Road, and we made some changes there to try to make it a live workplace where they could put in some businesses right alongside of some townhomes, and actually possibly have some homes over the businesses. And that's kind of where the world is going, to try to keep people right where they're at, so we're not all jumping on our cars and going down the freeway to work and then turning around and coming back. You look at some of these major highways, and they're vacant going one direction in the morning and vacant going the other direction in the evening, and that's what we're trying to avoid.
I would say I use that document as a suggestion of kind of what the vision was. Let's take Olive Chapel Road, for example. That road has developed tremendously, and so instead of looking at each project and a micro view of that project, look at a macro view of everything that's going on in that area. And they might have said that was medium density residential, but maybe an office park makes more sense there because that whole road is full of houses, and it makes more sense. So I try to look at it more of a macro view with the projects that we're looking at.
Well, one comment that for somebody else on the 2030 land use plan, something that we all need to remember is when we were working on that project, 540 didn't exist. So that's the change in time. We had no perception that was going to be there.
And that's why, believe it or not, Bill and I have the same thought pattern. Because I was going with the Constitution too, and the Bill of Rights and so on. And the added amendments that we have,
On our
amendments. James. We know.
I'm not sure.
That's an after party, right now.
It's 27.
27.
Okay. Well, those amendments were added in 7 months or 4 years or whatever. You wanted to get the right to vote till 1920. And so bottom line is that as things change, so does our land use. Yeah, so do our expectations. What Mr. Hastings just brought up, boarding. When a lot of this was planned, we didn't have these roads there. We didn't know that was going to happen. And so the same thing with our country. We didn't, with the Constitution, we didn't know what was going to happen either down the line. But you have to be willing to be flexible and understanding people have property rights and people want to sell their property. I feel like they have the right to do that as long as it's suitable and it's going to help the quality of life.